It's so good.
Welcome back to a full day of eating on a high carb day during this diet. This is my highest calorie day of the week right now, just over 2,600 calories. The low days are as low as 2,400 calories. And the high carb day consists of 250 grams of protein, 200 grams of carbohydrates, 78 grams of fat. I just got home from the gym. Post-workout meal is the first meal of the day, breaking the fast with MTS Sludge, which is MTS whey protein. Best tasting brand of protein, by the way. I'm not sponsored, I don't even have a discount code, just a fact. Mix that with just 2 ounces of water at most, stir it up, it turns into pudding, it's delicious. And then my fruit shake for my big hit of carbs. This post-workout meal, aka meal number 1 of the day, comes out to 1,046 calories, 71 grams of protein, 138 grams of carbs, 33 grams of fat, and 27 grams of fiber already. I personally don't like high carb days when I'm dieting. Honestly, I think they're just a tease because one, you fill up on your carbs super fast. Even though fat is the most calorically dense macronutrient, I feel like carbs are just the easiest to fill up on without even realizing it. Also, it's proven that high protein, high fat diets have better satiety, meaning you don't get as hungry, they hold you over more. And it's definitely true for me. I feel so satisfied on low carb meals, whereas with high carb meals, I feel super hungry like an hour after I eat. So for me, I basically just fill up my carbs right away and then have to be stuck with just kind of really boring high protein meals. I can't even use an insane amount of fat either. So it's just like, I don't like high carb days. And then I feel really hungry on high carb days too. I know it's backwards, but I really don't like them. I prefer low carb days. Anyway, time to shower and change into the brand new Alpha clothing gear that just came in, Camouflage Edition. How sick is this? In all camouflage, we have long sleeve shirts now. We have looser fitting t-shirts, fitted t-shirts that I still need to wash. We have tank top style number 1, cutoffs, and we have tank top style number 2. All camouflage. I usually take an XL, though I think I'm gonna have to start switching to a large pretty soon. I'm getting small in this cut. But anyway, if you guys want some of this camo gear, use the code NWB18 and it takes 15% off of all Alpha clothing. The website is in the info box below. So I usually have one shake after the gym and then a shake at the very end of the night. I'm just having my end of the night shake now just to get it over with, and not to mention the extra fluids will hold me over with satiety. This is just for the sake of fiber, so I mix in 5 tablespoons worth of my fiber powder in with 2 scoops of a whey isolate this time, just because I know I'm gonna be short on protein by the end of these meals, so I'm just getting the 2 extra scoops of isolate in now just to give me a head start. Isolate doesn't taste good, and vanilla never tastes good. Like, vanilla's horrible, even with MTS. The vanilla isolate, because isolate is whey without lactose in it, essentially. So you don't have that sugar in there, and it just doesn't taste good. And the whey is just a gross flavor. But it's neutral, so it blends with the orange fiber fine enough, and it's just for health. This brings us up to a whopping 121 grams of protein, 165 grams of carbs, 33 grams of fat, 44 grams of fiber. We hit our fiber on the freaking head. 1,356 calories total. So saving grace is caffeine. I'm only sipping on this one though, because I already had pre-workout this morning. Ate it like just before 5. I'm gonna try to stretch my next meal until like later, 8, 9, 10. So editing right now, keeping me busy, and I might even try to jump on cardio in a little bit. Update, look at that, 8:18 p.m. Already dark out. Damn, summer's over. But we got a ton done, super productive day. Awesome, I love this. I love chilling out here and doing this stuff. So do I go do cardio or do I go do cardio? Decisions. This snack right here before I leave is strictly for taste because I love yogurt. But this tops off my carbs for the day. High carb days are so stupid. Either go full bulk mode and have your carbs, or just stay with the high fat, high protein. I hate low carb days. I'm hungry. Like I said, I'm hungry right now. Wouldn't be hungry if this were low carb day. Almost 11 at night, just finished up a half-hour session of cardio, moderate pace with a slight incline on the oldest treadmill known to mankind. Currently doing cardio just twice a week right now to start off. And I gotta say, man, I feel fantastic. Doing it here late at night in this empty-ass, quiet-ass gym. Didn't even need headphones, I could just play my phone out loud. It was amazing. It helped get my mind refocused, re-energized for the day ahead of me tomorrow. It got my mind off of food and actually got me back on track of cutting and progressing. There is a certain rhythm you fall into during a cut when cardio sort of becomes fun because you know you're progressing when you do it. And it allows you to, like I said, clear your mind and recharge the batteries mentally. So I love it, man. I'll try to keep doing this late at night like this. Grocery store at midnight. It's dead in here. Zombie land. Got some protein. Time to go home. So this is why low carb days are stupid. I just heated up the last of my chicken with some cheese, so that's some protein and some fat. I'm still way into my calories and it's all bullshit. It's all basically just straight protein. Tiny bit of fat too. This is why in high carb days I end up just having all shakes, because it's like, what do I use to fill in? It's like I either have to use up all these patties and I can't even use the guac and cheese on them like I normally do with low carb days because that's too much fat. I'm all out of chicken and that's cooking right now. I have fish that I can thaw out and cook, but I'm gonna need a lot of that to make up the protein. It's like, it would be so much easier and cheaper for the grocery bill to just make another shake. This is why I fucking hate high carb days. I'm gonna have to literally sit down and actually write out a measured meal plan for high carb days because I always run in the situation. Low carb, high fat days are amazing. You can just eat everything and eat continuously and you're never starving and you just have so many options. All high carb days while in a caloric deficit do is remind you that you're in a caloric deficit. That's it, they suck. I'm just gonna eat this chicken first so I'm not so hangry, then I'll decide what to do. But this brings us up to 184 grams of protein. We're maxed out on carbs, 200 grams of carbs, and we have 55 grams of fat. So we need a lot more protein, just a little bit of fat. A shake might be the way to go. We're at 2,023 calories. We need to make it to 26.
Jerry's hanging out with Doofus Rick.
I got rid of the hangriness, I calmed down, and I reevaluated, and we're all good. I made 2 patties, 85% lean beef, with cheese melted on top of them, bringing our fat to 77 grams, so we're done with fat, we're done with carbs for the night. 208 for protein, so I still have 42 grams left of protein to get in. I can either use fish or whey again, or both. All right, final meal of the night ended up being whey protein isolate again. 2 scoops, bringing us up to 250 grams of protein, and we hit our numbers on the head today. If you do have to adjust your macros slightly, like say you go a little bit high in carbs, just by like 5 to 10 grams, then it's okay to go ahead and take 5 to 10 grams, or the equal amount of calories, I should say, away from fats. Make it one of your energy calories. Don't take away from your protein, but you can compensate. If you're a little bit higher in carbs, you can go a little bit lower in fats. You just want to make sure your end of the day calorie number is the same. You want to keep that the same and not adjust that, because at the end of the day, it's how many calories you're taking in. That needs to stay the same no matter how you adjust it. And you ideally want to keep your protein intake pretty consistent and pretty high, of course, too. So it was just easier, man. I put fish, flounder, I put a bunch of different things into MyFitnessPal to see what was what. Honestly, it would have required so much fish to be cooked to meet the final caloric needs and all that, and it's all frozen right now, so it was just way easier to go with the isolate. So 3rd shake of the day, not really how I like to do it. If you've seen other full days of eating, I like full meals. I like real meals. But, you know, today got thrown out of whack. And I kind of wanted to show you guys that, honestly, because I was kind of stressing it. At first, I was like, this day is so unorganized. I was like, I should just scrap this video and show them, like, one that's more planned out with real meals. But that's not realistic. Very realistically, I mean, I do have meal regimentation down pretty damn good. And I'm pretty consistent. But let's face it, you guys see highlights of me in this channel, but I'm dieting every single day. Every single day, 7 days out of the week, I wake up and I'm dieting. Not every single day is gonna go uniform perfect. Some days do get kind of thrown off like this. That is a part of dieting. So I wanted to show you guys what kind of more of like an annoying day looked like. But we got it done, man. We made it work. As far as the whey protein goes, too many shakes. Bad thing, is it not real food? Let me clear up the biggest misconception, because I hear that once in a while. By the way, I want to say that out of all the videos I ever make, I have never seen more criticism and nitpicking than on full days of eating. I don't see this much criticism on physique updates, training videos, PR videos. If I do a full day of perfect, real food, solid meals, somebody will tell me I didn't get enough vegetables in. You didn't see me getting vegetables in today. I do get vegetables in, not every single day. If I don't get them in a certain day, I still make sure I hit my fiber and I hit all my micronutrients via fruit. So I'm not missing or lacking anything. But I switch it up. I do cook vegetables throughout the week too. But anyway, somebody will complain about that. If I get vegetables in, somebody will tell me I don't have enough fruit in. One time I had both veggies and fruit. Somebody yelled at me for the fruit being too much sugar. So I literally got yelled at once for not having fruit in my diet. Then I got told I'm stupid for having fruit in my diet. And then on days like these when things go awry and I have to have an extra shake, people are like, we're all the real meals. You're just living off of shakes. No wonder you look like shit. You need real food. So this is what I want to clear up. Whey protein. Whey is a real food. It's a real protein source. Whey is not some man-made brand. Whey is the remaining liquid that's left over after milk is curdled. So they curdle milk, they strain the solid kernels from it, they take the kernels out of it, and they go and make, cheese with it or whatever. And the leftover liquid from milk, all natural ingredient, that is whey. And whey is one of the leanest protein sources out, meaning like the least fat in it compared to like red meats and stuff, which have a lot of fat. And it is also one of the highest in amino acids out of all protein sources. So whey is very much a real source of food. Do not mistake that. Thinking that shakes are not real and you have to take them out at some point into a diet is like the most antiquated bro science in the world. But I would keep an eye on isolates and hydrosylates especially, because then you start getting into low quality protein, because to isolate the actual protein, the reason an isolate is leaner is simply because they strip the lactose from the protein itself, which is why it's usually less calories and why it usually doesn't have as good of a taste either. And then a hydrosolate goes even further than that. But what happens with that, unfortunately, is you end up stripping a lot of the qualities of the protein itself. So if you're stuck with an isolate right now, finish it. It's fine. You're still getting protein, but I would recommend a regular whey protein all day long. You're getting the full quality of the protein, and the little bit of extra calories in there, they're fine for you. I mean, it's the same thing as if you eat a steak. You're getting some extra fat in there. Not a big deal. So that is a full day of high carb eating, guys. That is a very chaotic and organized full day. Hope you enjoyed it.